Hi guys, thank you for watching. This is South China Sea campaign on cold waters with the Seawolf submarine part 3. Okay, so just picking up where we left off now. Okay, so we need to return to base and pick up a SEAL team. I've not had one of these in quite a while because in my previous campaign I was playing with a skipjack, and as most of you will probably know or may not know, loading seals onto the skipjack is not a possibility. So that's a range of missions you just can't get with that basically. That is the downside when I played with the skipjack. You can't do the seal insertion campaigns, missions, sorry, and you can also do the Tomahawk strike missions. But anyway, here we are back at base. 17 days at war and 102,000 tons sunk so far. So go to the rearm repair screen. I'm going to load all my tubes with torpedoes, so that'll be my default loadout. So 8 tubes, 8 torpedoes, that's still quite a decent loadout. And then add my seals, and that'll basically wipe out the rest of my stores. Okay, so there we go, 68 hours to load the seals in the boat. Just need to get to our assigned position. I'm going to try and avoid picking up any additional contacts on the way as well. Don't really want to get bumped unless I have to. Okay, just coming up on the objective area. It should be about there, I think. Okay, yeah, so here we go. This is the mission deployment area. Going to change the distance to 15,000 yards. Check my loadout is correct. Yeah. Okay. Right, I've started to speed things up here because it did take quite a while to get into position. So as you see, I'm picking up somebody using active sonar there, but it's too far away for me to detect what it is. And the Seawolf is the most quiet US submarine in the game as well, so I'm not really too worried about that at this stage. My main objective, just get to the target area, drop off the seals, and try and get out without any issues. Gotta love the benefit of video editing to speed things up after the fact. I had to do that on this level. It did take me quite a while to get to where I had to go. I've noticed as well, even on the 2000 campaign, I think there is still the occasional glitch here and there, as I'll point out to you later on as well. As you'll notice, I'm deliberately driving the boat quite close to the seabed as well. I'm hoping that will mask me as much as possible. There's a thing called bottom bounce basically, and basically when a sonar from say a ship or something, it pings out there and it bounces off the bottom of the seabed. Well, if you're close to seabed, like under some undergrowth like I am there, I'm hoping the bottom bounce will work in my favour basically. I just slowed down the time there because I'm getting close to my objective, and also as well I believe the area near to the objective area is mined as well, so I should be coming up on those quite soon. Yep, there we go. There is mines ahead there. Can't really see them just yet, but on my little TMA map screen, you can see there's a mine highlighted. I usually find when on previous campaigns with other submarines, when I've done seal insertions, usually getting into the insertion area is normally pretty good, pretty easy to be fair. Takes a while though, a bit slow, a bit laborious, but it's normally not too difficult to get there. But getting out, as I found out on this one, can be a bit of a problem. Also, you notice on the submarine there, the Seawolf comes equipped with a pump jet, which actually was invented by the British in the 60s. I believe the Churchill-class submarines in the late 60s were some of the first submarines to ever feature having a pump jet propulsion system. So that is my country, good old Blighty, that is the inventor of that device. And we had it on our submarines in the late 60s through the 70s. And the good old United States didn't get it till the Seawolf-class submarines in the 90s. So you guys were quite a lot behind us, those of you who were in America, I'm afraid. Anyway, we're coming up on our objective area now. So I need to raise to under 100 feet at either full stop or a couple of knots, just to let the seals away. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the seals have gone, so yep, they've left. Enemy vessels nearby now, so the trouble is trying to get back out. I'm looking to run a course, hopefully, well, we don't go directly through the enemy's position. So I want to try and slip out. Basically, I don't want to run literally head first into a surface warship if I can help it. That might not always be possible, but if I can, I want to slip out undetected. I don't actually know what the game's sort of rules are if you end up in a conflict after you've dropped off seals. I don't know if there's anything in the coding at all that's, you know, decreases the seals' chance of effectively completing their mission, or whether or not the mission was a success as a result of, you know, if you get into a fight basically after you've dropped off the seals. I don't know if that makes their job more difficult. Perhaps somebody who knows the game a bit better than me, or even one of the developers, if they watch my videos, if they can comment to let me know, you know, does ending up in a scrap after dropping a SEAL team off, does that have any kind of bearing or increased chances of the SEALs failing their mission, and ultimately you failing your mission? Okay, there's a torpedo been dropped, but I believe it's quite some distance from me. I had this the other day as well, when a helo dropped a torpedo, but it was like nowhere near me whatsoever. So I don't know if they got a false reading on that occasion, and I'm hoping that's the case here. Right, okay, so I'm changing my position there because I'm hoping to go in the baffles of that warship. Oh, the helicopter's really close to me. Oh, that's not good. Okay, that little pool of white water there is enemy sonar being dipped by the helicopter. Not good in my book. That's a bit too close for comfort. Okay, yeah, the torpedo's now showing, but I'm out of its range. Hopefully I can slip away. Also as well, I don't know how true this is. I do know for a fact the Seawolf is designed to be a very sturdy boat. Probably certainly tougher than most other Western submarines of the era. So I know in game it's modelled as it can take probably more damage than the other submarines. However, how true that damage modelling is, though, I really don't know. I don't know if it could really take as much damage as the game depicts, but maybe anyone who knows anything about the submarine Seawolf in real life could shed some light to that for me. That'd be great. If you guys, any of you, are ex-submariners, or you know you've operated on these boats, so you know their capabilities. Yep, so stay nice and close to the seabed here, and I'm hoping this bit of undergrowth, as it were, will kind of shield me, as it were, disrupt the sonar picture of me. I'll scoot across to this bit of bush over here. I'm aware that those warships are closing in on my position, so it's possible they have detected me already. I'm hoping they haven't, but you never know. in a previous mission, I did get very, very close to a hand-class submarine, and he basically didn't detect me until I fired a missile, fired a torpedo at him from about 2,000 yards. So, but I'm thinking there's a really good chance we're going to get detected here if I haven't been already. Just trying to slip away, hopefully, hoping to slip away. Okay, there's depth charges coming my way. Actually, I have been detected. Right, I'm going to push up my speed. Decrease my depth a bit. Might as well let my torpedoes go now. Take them out, both out, and try and get out of dodge, whilst avoiding the helicopter.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
Okay, that's one gone.
Damage control parties. Into the reactor space.
I've got some flooding, so I've taken a bit of damage, but I'll deal with that. Also going to have to keep an eye on my ballast as well, because the ingress of water will make my boat heavier. And I don't want to run into the seafloor 15 knots, that will probably destroy me. So I've got to be a bit careful about this. Just going to help my torpedo find its target. Weapon acquired, I always love that sound.
Passing 200 feet.
I'm glad as well I've started this campaign with the Seawolf, just because a lot of the missions here you do end up fighting in shallow water, and that definitely adds a new dynamic to the game. It makes it a lot harder in my view. So yeah, it's good to have quite a sturdy boat to at least take some damage, because I need to get used to fighting quite often in the shallow waters here. Okay, we're cavitating, so I've come to quite a shallow depth where 15 knots causes cavitation, which means I create more sound.
Noisemaker bearing 080.
I'm going to destroy this ship here and then get myself back down below the cavitation level.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay, he's trying to confuse my torpedo countermeasure.
02, last bearing 077.
Well, that's him gone, so now it's time to get myself out of dodge. Oh yeah, I'm going quite shallow there. I'm going to increase my depth. Decrease the 10 knots, I reckon, as well. That should stop my cavitation,
no longer cavitating.
make me quieter, basically, and hopefully I'll have a better chance of slipping away. Let's get nice and close to the seabed. Hoping the foliage here will at least give me some kind of aid to avoid the aircraft, avoid the sonar. There's another active sonar out there somewhere, which I think possibly could be a submarine, I'm guessing, but judging by its position relative to the surface ships. But I'm not going to worry about that one because I don't think it's detected me. So at this point I literally just want to slip away, because that aircraft is quite a major threat at this point. Just intermittently using a bit of time compression here, because you know, I'm trying to slip away, but I'm trying to speed things up a bit as well, because you know it can take a very long time otherwise if you just you know, coasting along at 10 knots for quite some distance on the map. So I'm just trying to sneak out as quickly as I can. Right, okay, weapons nearby, okay. So the aircraft is gone, but I have weapons nearby. Right, aircraft just flew over me. Okay, he's
come left to
dropped depth charges on me.
Helm aye.
One of those was quite close as well. Yep, taking damage.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing, 018.
Damage screen. Another torpedo, right, okay. Right, another decoy, and I think I have to push my speed up a bit. Oh, okay, I'm taking propulsion damage. Oh, great. So that means I'm limited to 10 knots now, no matter what I do. Okay. I'm just going to have to try and use ballistic control. Try and evade the torpedoes that way. Luckily, they're airdrop torpedoes, so at least they are quite small and therefore have a smaller warhead than submarine or ship-launched torpedoes, but it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Right. Yeah, this isn't good. That one's going to hit me, I think. Yeah, I'm not making enough speed, so... Alright. I'll avoid it that time.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Also as well, it's for anyone who's ex-submarine service. I would really appreciate it if anybody in the comments can tell me if you ever used a countermeasure, how often can you release your countermeasures? Because in game you're relegated. You can launch one every, I don't know, however 30 seconds or whatever it is in between each launch, each one you drop. Is that realistic or not? I know in the movies we've all seen films where a submarine will fire off 2 countermeasures in different directions at the same time, and then a couple of seconds later they'll fire off 2 more. So if anyone has any real, genuine life experience of submarine knowledge and use of countermeasures, even just as for training purposes, that'd be great if you could let me know the reality of that. Because like I said, the game seems to depict that you can drop one countermeasure every certain amount of point in time, not as and when you want. I don't know how realistic that is. So if anybody could please shed any light on that for real, that'd be great.
Passing 100 feet.
Oh, there goes the aircraft. Okay, depth charge is close to me, but not close enough.
On. The total ray has been
I'm getting a
repaired.
bit shallow in my depth area as well. More depth charges. Okay, well the flooding stopped, that's good. Total ray has been repaired, but I'm still limited to 10 knots. Oh, okay, thank God for that. Right, well at least the mission's over. So I missed out on a surface ship and a submarine, okay. But the SEAL team's been deposited, now what? Okay, cool. So me picking up some enemy contacts and engagements on the way out didn't have any bearing on the mission in this case. So I successfully completed my mission. Excellent. But I am going to follow that next tasking and get myself back to base because I am in need of repairs and I really do not want to run. Oh, I thought I'd been bumped then by by an enemy contact. I really don't want that right now. I just want to get out of Dodge, get back to base and reload and repair. It's going to avoid that ship. No, come on, get out of there. Avoiding that submarine. Right, back to Guam for rearms and repair, which is very, very crucial right now. Okay, so 23 days at sea. Okay. Or 23 days at war, I should say. Okay. Enemy battle group, that's interesting, but I've got a feeling by the time I've done my rearm and repair, it's going to be too late for me to engage at. So, rudder and propulsion. Oh yeah, so the opportunity's been lost. Yeah. I mean, I know this game is based on an old game called Red Storm Rising, where you were basically one submarine against the entire enemy. But I do find in this game, it's not realistic. You know, your submarine, you limp your submarine back to port. You've got a lot of damage. You need to rearm yourself. It's going to take a significant amount of time to do that. And in the real world, you wouldn't fail a mission because your submarine is that badly damaged. You know, your command would send out another boat on the tasking, even if it wasn't the same type of boat. Even if it had to send out, you know, some other older boat in the Navy's arsenal, it would. Okay, that's weird. Looking at these, yeah, this is weird because that there was basically the intro for at the beginning of the game all over again. What's that all about? We've already had that at the beginning. Weird. I thought the game had like weirdly crashed or something then, because that shouldn't have been there. That I didn't do anything about that. That just randomly happened. That's weird. I think that's a glitch. And I'm going to change my loadout back to my default loadout for the Seawolf.
On sonar, lost contact. Last bearing 0.
3 missiles
2.
ready,
Contact
1 decoy
faded.
ready, and 4
Rig ship for
torpedoes.
ultra quiet.
Okay, come to ultra quiet.
Come right to.
Going to
0,
come to periscope
8,
depth
0.
as well.
Helm I.
Make depth 4, 5 feet, dive I.
Make turns for 2 knots. Maneuvering I. Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 8, 5. Designated Sierra 1. Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 7, 8. Designated Sierra 2.
Okay, so picking up with contacts.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort. Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
Okay, well at least these are the contacts I'm looking for.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified
So I've
as
got one
escort.
warship, one merchant.
Con sonar, Sierra
Another
4
escort.
is classified as merchant. Come right to 0, 9, 5. Helm I.
Another merchant, okay. So a couple of fleet oilers basically. Great, that's fantastic. According to the TMA, they're reasonably close. They're not that far away according to the TMA, so I'm going to check that by coming to periscope depth as well.
Con maneuvering.
Because the solutions are quite poor, so
knots.
you know, the actual real distances to them can be quite inaccurate with such a low solution. But if I can see them visually, I can laser range find them. Failing that, I might just quickly stick up my radar and get an exact position that way.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 8, 6. Designated Sierra 6. Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
Okay, another contact. So that Sierra 6 could be just an innocent merchant, or it might actually be a submarine. So
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as merchant.
okay, so merchant, that's fine.
Make depth 4, 5 feet, upscope.
Okay, so ESM signal's quite strong, which means I have a good chance of being counter detected, but I'll do this quickly. Because if they are as close as the TMA shows, then they should be really theoretically be in visual range with this weather that's going on at the moment. Quite a good sea state, really. Quite good weather. Should be able to see them visually. Okay, so the ESM's now maxed out, so I'm likely to be detected soon.
Raise the radar mast. Lower the radar mast.
Okay, so they must be beyond visual range. There we go.
Con helm.
So the radar
steady
puts
course.
them a lot further away than what the sonar detection gave them.
Shoot
Right, so what I'm going to do here, I think, I'm going to use my Tomahawks on the big merchant ships.
Shoot tube 4.
Use my harpoon on one of the, on probably the nearest
Tube 7. Aye, sir.
escort vessel, and set a torpedo off on the final escort vessel. Let's load these tubes up, ready
Shoot
for the
tube
next
5.
engagement.
Aye, sir.
Get the torpedo ready. Okay, there goes my torpedo. I'll better increase my depth.
Aye, sir.
Actually, while I'm at it, I'm also launching a decoy as well. So at the very least, I should remain quite undetected, hopefully.
Con sonar lost.
Okay, there's the
contact.
first merchant,
Master
second
2,
merchant.
Last bearing 0.
Oh no, totally. Was
84.
that a
Contact
warship?
breaking up.
Okay, so definitely the furthest one in the distance,
Con
definitely
sonar lost
merchant. Ah,
contact.
there we go.
Master 3,
First explosion
last
was a
bearing
merchant.
0,
Second, the
9,
warship.
6.
Third
Contact
explosion,
faded.
the other merchant. Excellent. Okay.
Passing 200 feet.
So now just one warship
Passing
remaining.
300 feet. Passing 400 feet.
A bit of time compression there, just speed things up.
Passing 500
Okay.
feet. Passing 600 feet. Passing 700 feet.
I'm going to let the boat go down
Passing
nice and deep to about
800 feet.
1800 feet here. And we test up 1600 feet, but that's a crush depth of over 2000 feet, so that's not a problem. Okay, so my torpedo active now, because hopefully it should be picking up the final warship quite soon.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing
Right.
1,200 feet.
I believe that was a
Con,
torpedo
fire
just
your
near me,
cons,
but
passing
I'm so deep it's
1300
never going to
feet.
find me. That's also why I went deep. There we go. Warship's being found. And that's also the benefit of such a deep diving submarine. I imagine that torpedo has been dropped right on top of me, but I'm so deep it's never going to find me.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 0, 9.
Passing 1,400 feet.
And this here with the torpedo dropped on top of it basically highlights
Weapon acquired.
why, where possible, it's imperative to try and fight in deep water if you can.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Okay, the enemy ships have got to be around here somewhere though.
Con
We dropped
sonar,
countermeasure
noisemaker
nearby, so
bearing
okay,
0,
there's the first
9,
countermeasure.
8.
It's, yeah, okay, there'll be another countermeasure around somewhere, because they tend to drop them fairly close in duration. Right. Well, that's the second countermeasure, so it's got to
Passing
be around there somewhere.
1,600 feet.
The ship kind of got away that quickly. Okay, target's been acquired.
Con sonar lost contact.
Get close to the bottom of the
Master
ocean,
3,
that's
last
fine.
bearing 0, 9.
There's the
9.
target.
Contact
Boom!
breaking
Goodbye.
up.
Passing 1,700 feet. Passing 1,800
I'm
feet.
going to level out at about 1800, I think.
Con, torpedo room, tube
Now it's just a
5
case of
ready.
whether or not the aircraft is nearby. There's a torpedo on top of me that just exploded for running out of fuel, which is fine. There we go. Mission complete. Oh, I missed a submarine. Okay, that's fair enough. Congratulations on the job, well done. Excellent, thank you. Ah, I got another medal. Distinguished Service Medal. So 3 parts I've done, and I've had 3 medals and 3 parts. So excellent. Chinese supplies sunk. Excellent, that's what I like to see. A nice successful mission. So thank you very much indeed for watching, guys. Please give me a like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. As I've said before now, I am still kind of new. I'm learning the ropes. I am trying to improve my channel all the time. Always looking to edit and tweak things as well with my channel, how I do things. But thank you very much indeed for watching. Please give me a like and subscribe. Thank you.